is my take on an autumn evening makeup look. Starting with an eyeshadow base, I'm using a MAC paint pot in the shade Soft Ochre. This will even out my skin tone and it prevents creasing. It also helps to keep colours looking true. I'm using the NYX Ultimate Palette in warm neutrals. There are no shade names, so starting with this muted dusky pink shade, applying it to my eyelid using a shading brush. Next up is this warm, spicy amber shade. I'm applying it to the crease using a fluffy blending brush. Next up is this muted plummy shade, which is actually just a bit darker than the eyelid shade that I used earlier. So I'm deepening up the crease. This punchy russet brown is adorable and it's going to add more depth and definition to the overall look. So apply to the crease, starting at the outer corner of my eye and then blending onto the outer eyelid. Using a clean fluffy blending brush, the MAC 224S, just to make sure everything is evenly blended out. Adding light and lift to my eyes, apply this pale creamy shade to the brow bone and also to the inner corners of the eyelid. And darken up the outer corner of the lids using the darker plummy shade. Just brings a bit of balance to the whole look. Using my fingertip, I'm applying this absolutely gorgeous coppery shade to the middle of my eyelid to create more light, and it's like a halo effect. I'm using the NYX Epic Ink Liner. Do you know what, guys? I'm absolutely loving this liner. The brush is so super fine and it's really easy to line the upper lash line, especially if your lids are somewhat textured. I'm just doing a small kitten flick just to the outer corner to add a bit more of a lift. Nothing dramatic, it's really natural. And it's ideal if you have slightly hooded eyes or if, like me, you have creases on the outer edges of your eyes. Going back to this plummy tone to line my lower lash line, I'm stopping halfway as you don't want to make your eyes appear smaller, unless of course that's your intention. Line lower waterline with an off-white pencil. This opens up the eyes and certainly makes my eyes look a lot less tired. Next, mascara, and again this is another new purchase and it's Rimmel's Scandalise Reloaded, which gives volume and definition. I quite like the brush as well because it can get into the inner corner little lashes. Onto the lips using the MAC Brick shade lip pencil. It's a lovely warm red and I'm going to line and colour in my lips. I find that using a lip pencil always gives a more defined, more precise looking lip if that's the look you're after. You're able to even up either side of your lips if they're a little bit unbalanced like mine. And I'm just absolutely loving this shade. It's called Dare You from MAC and it shouts everything autumn to me. It's a beautiful deep red brown and it's almost like a russet shade and the most gorgeous creamy formula with a lovely golden sheen. And if you want to amp up the glam, apply a couple of dots of lip gloss just to the centre of the lips for maximum impact. A hint of blush using this gorgeous shade. It's called Peaches by MAC and it adds a peachy and warm golden touch to the skin. Really pretty. Well, here's the finished look.